हुआ है बिकॉज जो लैंडिंग हुई है, लैंडिंग का जो टेबल टॉप रनवे है, रनवे के बाद जो एक तरह से गड्ढानुमा इलाका है वो रनवे से हाइट में काफ़ी डिफरेंट है। लगभग 20-30 फीट का डिफरेंस कहा जा रहा है, कम भी हो सकता है, लेकिन जो भी डिफरेंस हो उसके चलते क्योंकि फ्लाइट जो है स्पीड में होगी तो ये इम्पैक्ट काफ़ी ज़बरदस्त हुआ है, जिससे लगभग सभी पैसेंजर थोड़े बहुत घायल हैं और कुछ लोग बेहोश भी हैं, जो रिपोर्ट मुझे मेरे कमांडर ने वहाँ से दी है। तो ऐसा प्रतीत होता है कि सभी को अटेंड करना पड़ेगा और कुछ कैजुअल्टीज़ का भी रिपोर्ट है, लेकिन वो अनकन्फर्म्ड है, तो इसलिए मैं उसमें बताना समीचीन नहीं समझता। लेकिन ये एक और भी बड़ा हादसा हो सकता था। गनीमत है कि बॉडी में या फ्यूजलेज में आग नहीं लगी, जिसके चलते पैसेंजर को इवैक्यूएट किया जा सका।
अभी सर, अभी जो टीम है वो बस पहुंची हुई है, तो कितना माने समय की एक्शन में आने? देखिए, एक्शन में तो पहुंचते ही आ जाएगी, लेकिन एक्शन क्या होगा इस पर डिपेंड करता है। अगर अभी भी पैसेंजर अंदर हैं तो उनको निकालने में मदद करेगी और जो मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट है उसमें भी मदद करेगी और हो सकता है हॉस्पिटल्स में ले जाने में भी मदद करेगी। और अगर कोई ज़रूरत होगी, जैसा लोकल अथॉरिटीज़ चाहेंगे, एनडीआरएफ की टीम वहाँ मदद करेगी और अगर दूसरी टीम की भी ज़रूरत है तो उसको भी एहतियाती के तौर पर हम लोगों ने डाइवर्ट किया है, जो दूसरे जगह के लिए जा रही थी, तो हो सकता है वो भी मध्यरात्रि तक पहुँच जाए।
We're bringing you non-stop updates on this tragedy that's occurred at Karipur at the airport, where a plane, while landing, overshot the runway and has fallen off the tabletop runway into a gorge. The details of the depth of the gorge vary, but right now what we do know is that 191 passengers were on board, and including about infants, elderly, crew members, and of course the pilots. Two pilots, the cockpit and the front door part have been badly damaged. The aircraft literally split into two parts. Passengers have been evacuated, and they have been now taken. In fact, we've just got some inputs coming in. Let's listen.
Help them in any way required.
Thank you, sir.
All right, we're going to play out that comment that we were getting from DG NDRF, as well as the NDRF has also now been initiated into going there and carrying out the rescue operations. But for most of it, we are being told that people have been, passengers have been evacuated and taken to the nearby hospitals. There have been visuals that are coming in, children who are there at the hospital, some of them separated from their own family members. We don't have an update on any casualties so far, but the reports did suggest that the pilots were in a serious condition, obviously because the worst of the damage has happened to the front part of the aircraft, apart from the mid part splitting into two. So this is the latest that we're getting in. The DGCA says that the plane was landing at about 7:41 p.m. That's when this incident has taken place. And the landing took place amidst heavy rainfall. Kerala has been witnessing heavy rainfall and flooding in many other parts. But at this airport, while the runway doesn't look flooded at all, it definitely looks like it was raining at that point of time. The visibility was about 2,000 meters, which experts will tell you wasn't very difficult, but it's nighttime and there was heavy rainfall.
Today in the morning, we had a massive landslide in Munnar, where 80 people were trapped, about 15 people were rescued, and about 15 people are dead. Now, another 50 people are missing. Very tragic day. And now in the evening, 7:38, this flight from Dubai, Vande Bharat flight, landed in Calicut Airport. It's extremely severe rain all across Kerala today, so obviously there must have been a lot of water on the runway. The plane landed, I think, on the second attempt, and then it slowed down, and then of course it skidded off the runway and it went down a precipice, and the front portion of this plane got split, and I'm told either of the pilots is dead. I mean, you got to really reconfirm whether this is true or not. This is what I learned from sources. The other pilot is injured. So all those people sitting in the front rows, I'm told, are seriously injured. And now, very, very lucky, very providential that the plane has not caught fire. Because that's what happens generally. It's very providential. So all the people, I'm told, have been rescued and they've been taken to Calicut Medical College, and there are many, many hospitals in Calicut which are very, very good.
Sir, any information regarding casualties that you are getting from there?
I'm told, and again, we have to reconfirm from my sources that 2 people had died, maybe 3. I'm not even very sure. I mean, this is what I learned from my sources. This basically from media sources I learned this. But of course, many people are seriously injured. That's what I learned. And some people have minor injuries. And anyway, it's very lucky that plane didn't catch fire. I think that's very, very providential.
PM also spoke to the like this year.
Yes, Punjabi Chain and the Prime Minister, everybody has basically been in touch with the Kerala Chief Minister, Kerala administration, and they are doing everything possible.
सर कैसे देखते हैं skidded plane crash को सर और क्या जानकारी है?
ये केरला में आज दूसरा ट्रेजेडी है. सुबह में मूनार में ट्रेजेडी था. 80 लोग और लैंडस्लाइड में सारा उसका घर को ऊपर में मट्टी आया है. 15 लोग डेड हैं और 15 लोग को उधर से रेस्क्यू किया है. बट अभी भी 50 लोग को मिसिंग है, पता नहीं है. और शाम को 7:38 को दुबई से फ्लाइट वंदे भारत फ्लाइट लैंड किया है कैलिकट में और सेकंड अटेम्प्ट में लैंड किया है. इसके बाद स्लो डाउन किया, ज्यादा पानी था रनवे में, स्लो डाउन किया. उसके बाद वो रनवे से स्किड हो गया और वो उसके बाद वो बाहर गया और एक डिच था, बहुत ज्यादा डेप्थ डिच था, उसमें गया. उसका प्लेन का फ्रंट पोर्शन स्प्लिट हो गया और मेरा इंफॉर्मेशन है एक पायलट डेड है. आप तो रिकन्फर्म कीजिए तो सही है नहीं है, सही है मुझे पता नहीं है. और फ्रंट पोर्शन में प्लेन पे फ्रंट पोर्शन में जो लोग था उसको सीरियस इंजरी है और उसको बहुत लकी है, बहुत भगवान का काम है, प्लेन को आग नहीं हुआ है, इट नॉट ऑन फायर. इसलिए तो सारा पैसेंजर्स को रेस्क्यू करने के लिए तो चांस था. इसलिए तो इस एयरपोर्ट से कैलिकट सिटी 25 किलोमीटर है, 50 किलोमीटर है. उधर में मेडिकल कॉलेज है, बहुत अच्छा हॉस्पिटल्स है. सारा डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन और सेंटर का सारा प्राइम मिनिस्टर डायरेक्शन दिया है ठीक से इमीडिएट एक्शन के लिए और चीफ मिनिस्टर से भी इंटरव्यू किया है और सारा ऑपरेशन चल रहा है.
सर पीएम मोदी ने भी फिर रीजन से और जिस तरह से आप बता रहे हैं फिलहाल रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशंस को जानकारी मिल रही है.
हाँ, रेस्क्यू ऑपरेशन चल रहा है. और डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर, सारा पुलिस और सारा फायर फोर्सेस, एवरीबॉडी तो सारा उधर में है. बट सीरियस इंजरी होने का चांस है. लोग इतना बड़ा एक्सीडेंट हुआ है. बट अच्छा मेडिकल फैसिलिटीज भी आसपास में भी है, इसलिए तो अच्छा है. पर लेकिन तो ये तो अच्छा एयरपोर्ट है कैलिकट एयरपोर्ट. इधर में वाइड बॉडी बड़ा एयरक्राफ्ट तो लैंड कर रहा है, रोज लैंड कर रहा है. इसलिए तो एयरपोर्ट अच्छा है, सारा इंस्ट्रूमेंट है, सारा तो ठीक है. पर लेकिन तो प्रॉब्लम है बारिश में लैंड करने के लिए मुश्किल है. इतना ज्यादा बारिश आज केरला में था. इधर से केरला का दूसरा कोई एयरपोर्ट ये फ्लाइट डाइवर्ट करने का भी चांस नहीं, इतना बारिश केरला में था आज. ഇന്ന് കേരളത്തില് ദുഃഖത്തിന്റെ ദിവസമാണ്. ഇന്ന് അതിരാവിലെ കിട്ടിയ വാർത്ത മൂന്നാറിലെ രാജമല എസ്റ്റേറ്റിലെ
Okay, so that's Mr. KJ Alphonse also giving us more details about this. Of course, he was one of the first to tweet also about the twin tragedy that have occurred in Kerala today, and landslide where 15 people have been killed, 50 are missing, and this one also looking extremely serious. A plane carrying 191 passengers and interestingly, Mr. KJ Alphonse said that this was the second attempt that the plane made to land. The pilots tried once, couldn't, continued up again and came back, circled around and came back. And this was the second attempt at landing that took place, which also then went horribly wrong. They overshot and then fell off the runway. It's a tabletop runway for the viewers who are tuning in Calicut. In this hilly area, it's like a plateau that has been made on the hill where the runway has been made, about 9,500 feet long runway. This is and gradually this length has been extended, but not the first time such an incident has taken place. The earlier incidents didn't see beyond a scare and not such a crash. This one though has crashed down, fallen off the runway into that gorge or a valley as it can actually be called, and experts are saying so. We are now looking at NDRF being brought in. The NDRF DG, Mr. Pradhan, also just a short while ago spoke, and he said we must remember it's a tabletop runway. There seems to be some injuries among all passengers. Some of them are unconscious. An NDRF team has been rushed to the spot and they should be reaching any time there to join search and rescue operations. Our reporter has confirmed what KJ Alphonse had tweeted earlier. The pilot has succumbed to his injuries. The pilot is no more. I am being given to understand that he was an ex-Air Force pilot who was now flying for Air India Express. Vivek's with me, in fact, on the phone line. Vivek, what's the latest we know about this tragedy?
Yes, the latest what we understand is that, there are 4 hospitals where the injured have been admitted in Kozhikode. One is the MIMS hospital, the Baby Memorial Hospital, and then the 2 other hospitals. 10 people are feared to have lost their lives, including the pilot as of now. The IX-1344 flight landed at 7:34 today, and it just lost its control, skidded, in the runway. It's a tabletop runway, and it fell into 80 feet into a deep pit. After that, what I understand from my sources is that there was the weather was there was extreme rainfall at that point of time, and the weather was not in favor basically to conduct flight. What we understand from the sources is that the pilot was not able to gauge the light and also the situation on the ground. He lost the control, and the flight actually fell, and the cockpit and the front side of the aeroplane was damaged badly. Initially the people who were there at the site, they did not witness any kind of explosion of sort. People reacted very soon. People were taken. All those people who were inside that flight were taken to the nearby hospitals as soon as possible. We understand that the injuries, the intensity, the magnitude of the injuries is quite bad, and there are chances that the numbers could rise. But as of now, 10 people have lost their life. In the various hospitals. In 4 hospitals they have been moved. All the departments, the government department, the revenue, the police, the fire force, everyone are involved in the rescue operations at this point of time. The airport is designed in such a way. It's a tabletop runway. Basically, the runway is quite small as compared to other runways, and it's a hilly area. So basically, the pilot has lost his control. Basically, he was not able to gauge the length and breadth of the runway, and it has actually fallen into a pit which was around 80 feet in depth, and the plane got halved. It just broke into 2 pieces, and the people out there, the airport officials, acted very spontaneously at that point of time and managed to rescue all those people who are there. We still don't know the kind of injuries that is inflicted to those people. There were 6 children in the flight. There were 5 crew members. The pilot is believed, understood to be dead, and the condition of the co-pilot is a bit serious. More information will be trickling up in the next coming hours.
Okay, so 10 people have been killed in this, have succumbed to their injuries in the hospital. Vivek saying that the pilot is also no more, and more information coming in right now. Vivek, stay with me. I just want to quickly read out. Prime Minister Modi has tweeted, "Pained by the plane accident in Kozhikode, my thoughts are with those who lost their loved ones. May the injured recover at the earliest." Spoke to Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan regarding the situation. Authorities are at the spot providing all assistance to the affected. This is what Prime Minister Modi has just tweeted right